Happy Monday. Well, I'm done with Monday. Was up a bit earlier this morning and just dreading this day for some odd reason. Well, actually, no, not for some odd reason. There was a good reason, but I won't get into that. It was work related. Nothing bad. Just a meeting I wasn't really looking forward to. Um, but I would say a little after 8 a.m. I was just like, I shouldn't be feeling like I wish I was back at Friday 8 p.m. So now that I've made it through Monday, the hours that I wish I'd had back this morning, I can fake it and get some additional relaxation time. Anyway, moving on. I told a tall tale. So, there was this me and this whole thing earlier this year about I'm not going to, do any pipes this year at all, blah, blah, blah. That went to HELL. So, enter, brought to me by Blue Room Briars. This is a GBD Conquest. And it's shaped a lot like there was an Irwin's pipe that I was clenching. I think I was smoking Smokehouse. This is kind of like almost like a worn sandblast version of that. Now, when you're sandblast, when the lines and the crooks and whatnot become less pronounced, and it almost looks like this pipe underwent some heat and then got stuck in a cold temperature somewhere, so the lines look a bit softer. Common with sandblast pipes, and that could be the heat from use. You get what I'm showing you here. Now, this I think this is either a '60s or an '80s era GBD. It's got a chip right there by the logoed inlay, but not a huge deal. This will be great for enjoying a flake blend. It's got a bit of length. I think this is 6 1/3 or thereabout, maybe a touch longer, but lengthwise, it's in line with that Irwin's pipe. And again, as I mentioned, the Irwin's is a GBD sub brand. This one, also from Blue Room Briars, bears no information other than, I'm not sure if you can see it. See if it comes into focus there. That stamp says Inga and 203. Now, Inga, assuming that's the name of the person who carved the pipe, I would presume is Scandinavian. What I am going to do is I'm going to reach out to the Danish pipe shop and ask if they are aware of any carvers of the last maybe 30 years. And then, right, women in the business, any named Inga, and if they might be able to identify, right, if who carved this piece. I'd like to know for my log. But it's described as a cherrywood, but with that steeply sloped heel, it has a lot more in common with like a skater shape. With the one minor difference being you've got, this ridge here. Skaters are pretty, right, like so. I have one skater pipe, which I think is is it a Connoisseur NYC or a pipe uh, Ewilka. I think it's one of those two. Anyway, I really like the lines, the etching in this one. Um, yeah, it kind of reminds me of a like almost like a many faceted stone. Um, the lines, kind of go in all directions. It looks chaotic, but at the same time, there's an element of control in that. So, yeah, I don't know. This may be reserved for a cherry blend or an aromatic. We'll see. But yeah, so current situation from Low Country, PD in this here. I forget what kind of pipe. This is a. I think it's a Mont Blanc. I think the nomenclature is really weak, but yeah, as I've mentioned, I've one of my current muses in pipes is the longer saddle bit and either a tomato and a billiard. This one's a bit more on the muscular side, but I don't mind it much. It has been it was well loved by the previous owner, and my flames on my lighters are a bit high lately, so I'm yeah kind of beating up the rims on some of my pipes. So I think once I get that under control, maybe I'll pull out one of the collectibles or two and that haven't been smoked and right, give them a turn. But yeah, until I get the flame under control, I don't want to do that because if I ever want to sell the any of the collectibles, right, you get a better return if you don't right have rim burn like that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. When your time permits, fire up your briar and enjoy a pipe. I've been Uva Doble. I will talk to you soon. Take care.